Welcome to my short presentation on document object model. It is now 3:54 in the morning, and I will go through this pretty quickly because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So, let's see, can I get it to... There we go. Okay, so the description. The document object model is a object tree for an HTML document. So you've got the document itself, and then the root element is HTML. And oh, there we go. Okay, so root element HTML, and then you've got this other child element of root, which is head, and it's got a title element, which is a child, and then that title element has a inner HTML of my title, right? And then the other side, we've got body, and then we've got the A element, which has an attribute of href, and then a text of my link. So this is the inner HTML, and this means that it's an HTML reference, I believe. And then we've got another H1 with an inner HTML of my header. Okay. So next, element creation. So and deletion. So we've got all of these over here, and in front there's always a document. So I'll always say document dot create element, and then the name will go inside the parentheses, and it creates the HTML element. Remove child removes an element. Append child adds an element. Replace child replaces an HTML element, and write will write into HTML output stream. So finding elements, we've got get element by ID, which we'll do it by the ID, by tag name, and by class name. So we can search for any element in the document by these three ways. And then we have changing elements. So we have changing the inner HTML, which I was talking about. So the value that's inside of the element. We have an attribute, so we can change an attribute and assign a value to it. So like the href, we can add an href to a child A. Set attribute, so we've got an attribute and a value. We can change the attribute value of an HTML element. And style.property, so we can change the style of an HTML element. So I just have a few examples, and these are the ones that I've been able to figure out and use in my various classes. So var x, we have var x equals document.get element by ID, and I have box, so we have a box element that we start off with. And then I put x.inner HTML equals happy day. So we change the text inside of inner HTML to happy day. So that will show inside the document. And then we have x.append child, which will add kid as a child to x. And that's the end of what I have for this presentation. So I will be putting this into a Slack channel and adding everybody so that we can keep our presentations separated into different ones so that we can have a discussion about each one. And so if you guys have anything more that you would like to add, go ahead and add it into the discussion, and then we will discuss it more at the end of the week during our meeting. All right. And good night, guys.